Welcome to the home of Espen Technology. These are our corporate headquarters located in sunny Southern California. This is where it all started 12 years ago. Now, let's take a look inside to see where the magic happens. At Espen Technology, our mission is simple: to provide cutting-edge LED lighting solutions that are innovative, sustainable, and environmentally progressive. That mission would not be possible without our dedicated nationwide sales force, staff, and distribution centers. We aim to add value to all of our products and contribute to our customers' growth and success by offering complete LED lighting solutions for the industrial, commercial, and government sectors. Our products and services can be easily accessed directly from our website. Here, we focus on finding efficient solutions for your project needs, and we back our products with an industry-leading multi-year warranty to give you that extra peace of mind. This is what has made Espen a technology leader in the industry.
We're live from the NAILD convention here. Everyone's just gone out for lunch, Peter, and everything devolved. This is brought to you by Espen, by the way, but everything devolved really quickly into electric vehicle charging stations. And to me, I think it's because the lighting controls piece is just not that exciting. It's like, this association is going to be producing a podcast called the Lighting Controls Podcast because I hate lighting controls and I can't possibly be positive about it. It's so difficult for me to get really positive about network lighting controls, Peter and Greg, and for the audience at home, the reason why it went to EVs is because we're actually selling something. And whereas with lighting controls, everyone's kind of going, yeah, what do you think about that, Peter?
So I think that the enormity of the amount of load, we've never had a situation where you've had that so much load coming into the system from the supply side. It's always been on the demand side, and what do you do? So there's so much load going to be needed that everything possible that you can get out of existing buildings to offset the cost of all of this load, including lighting controls. Because if you tie it into HVAC, will give you all of the energy you need for whatever percentage of charging stations you want to have.
But let me ask you this: so they're saying you had that graph with the adoption rates and all this sort of stuff projected, right, into commercial or whatever. Who's making up that number? Like, whose number is that?
That's from one of the national labs.
Okay, so let me ask. We're supposed to use this so people can hear us. I'm supposed to be going back and forth. But Greg, how many network lighting control systems have you ever sold in your whole life, tough guy?
Networked?
Yeah.
One.
There you go. You got one.
To myself, Premier Lighting Headquarters, and it doesn't work real well. So in terms of all this, my question is it all worth it in the long run? Like all this EV talk, and I don't want one because I don't want to wait for my car. I want to fill it up now, and I want it done, and I want to be able to drive it and move on. When it gets to that point, then I'll do it. But I don't know if all this effort and time is worth it, because all we're doing is creating the need for more power, right?
Yeah, but what Peter was saying, and I can't remember who it was.
Greg.
Oh, there we go. We got two.
Great.
What Peter was saying is that, or one of the fellows in the crowd said, it's a return to base model, right? It's not a gas station model. You're not going to be. You know what I hate? I hate filling up my tank with gas. That sucks. Like, I'd much rather drive home and plug my car in at the end of the day and go to bed and wake up and my car's ready to go than standing at a. You know how nasty gas stations are? The worst things in the world. They sell nicotine, they sell gas, and they sell sugar. Like, let's get these things out of our lives. I think you're 100% wrong. You're just your head's wrong, Peter. His head is wrong.
So the low-hanging fruit for utilities, what they see is EV fleets. So think about how many vehicles are overnight at a commercial industrial facility. They go out for the day and they come back. And so they're doing pilots right now in California where they've got EV fleet program managers, and that's going to be the initial push in the both public and private sector.
But it's a return to base model.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, what Robinson's talking about, he's talking about selling into multi-res. That's exactly where you're going to get the sales. And we're going to talk about EVs again, but it's the return to base you have to serve. Nobody's going to be there's not going to be gas stations for electric vehicles. We're going to get rid of that garbage, redevelop that real estate into something beautiful. That's what I want to see. Gas stations are so dirty. Like, get rid of that. Let's build something nice there. Clean up the land. Get rid of this gas. I don't care if we burn. What we need, what we need is clean electricity so we can use as much of it as we want and we can be rich, filthy bastards. Like the problem with Africa is that there's no energy. That's the problem. They don't have any electricity that's cheap. Cheap electricity is so important. Cheap, clean, we need so we can use as much of it and drive everywhere. Yeah.
So relating to the lighting and Peter's discussion today is we need to reduce every watt you can so that you have power to do this right now from the lighting side.
You got to build more nuclear power plants, but
That's true.
like that's the only way out. And then we can use as like this idea, like
But
lighting.
that's 20 years out.
But lighting's already contributed enough. Like I feel like telling other people in the industry to F off. Like we've already given every watt we have now. We've got to go. We're going circadian. We're going dark skies. It's time we're going to go with nicer lighting and get out of here. The bean counters. Everything's not about watts. We need beauty.
I think you're going to find it's not going to be called network lighting controls. It's just going to be called network controls that happen to tie into lighting and HVAC.
Look, that's why, you know what? That's why Ron and Webb, I don't know if you guys listen to Get a Grip on Lighting. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, but we're actually launching a whole new podcast called the Lighting Controls Podcast. And all those guys are going to talk about is lighting controls all the time, network lighting controls. And they're going to have all the experts and everything. The reason why Greg and I we don't like lighting controls that much, actually. I don't sell that many lighting controls. You know, Peter, it's hard to sell. It's a tough sell.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And, you know, I think it's easier to sell electric vehicle charging stations into multi-res like Moneybags Robinson over there.
But you've got to have the power for it. So where are you going to get the power from?
Well, Ontario's awash in power. We got more power than we know what to do with. We got so many nuclear power plants in Ontario. We have to pay Michigan to take our electricity. We have so much clean electricity. Look at the premier of Ontario is an idiot. He should be going right away to Michigan and saying, why are we paying you to take our clean energy while you guys are burning coal? Why don't you pay us? We already have the nuclear power plants. You can have the energy for 8 cents a kilowatt. But instead we pay, anyway, we got lots of energy in Canada, folks. Lots.
All right.
Lots.
All right.
On to the next.
Oh my God.
Fleming up here.
Fleming, let's go from
Thanks,
Espen.
Peter.
We don't have time to change your ears, so if you're scared of getting COVID or something, you're just going to have to put the headset on. Sorry, brother. Going to have to put that on there. Anyway. So we're with Fleming from Espen. Thank you for sponsoring the great presentation by Peter.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit, what do you think, Greg?
Yeah, just tell us about Espen.
Tell us about
What do you guys
Espen.
know
Why
about?
you love Espen, why you work there. Yeah.
Well, I've been at Espen now for 7 years. Espen is a manufacturer of energy-saving LED products for retrofitting interior linear space. So we don't do new fixtures. We don't do the exterior. We just focus on the interior. And we do get involved in network controls.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That was a topic of discussion a minute ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we did a very large project in Michigan,
Mhm.
10,000 fixtures
Wow.
with network controls.
Wow.
And what drove that was not so much the energy conservation, but certainly, but some enormous rebates.
Whew.
The rebates quadrupled by putting network controls.
I think the key thing there that stands out to me is you said you don't do fixtures, though. So you don't do
Nope.
fixtures, but you did network controls with retrofit.
Correct. We put the network controls on some flat panel retrofits that went into existing fixtures, 2x2, 2x4, and 1x4.
So they all had to have their own control on each fixture.
Own control, sensors in the room, network it all together. And some guy sits in a room somewhere and looks at all these schools, what's going on.
Mhm.
Because not only do you get the energy conservation,
Mhm.
but you also get the ability to monitor the fixtures, see which fixtures may be in trouble, which fixtures need to have repair done, et cetera, et cetera.
So you telling me there's some guy in Michigan who's interested in 10,000 light fixtures? He sits looking at a computer screen going, oh, these lights are on. Oh, those ones are off.
I'm
That
not
actually
sure whether
happens?
he's interested in doing that, but he can do that.
He can, but you don't know. So when you're selling that job, you have a distributor who's working with on this project with you guys?
Correct.
And who's actually doing the commissioning? Is it you guys or is it the distributor?
It's actually the manufacturer of the controls.
The Bluetooth guy?
Yeah.
What's that company called over in Poland? Is that guy over there?
I
You know what I'm
don't
talking
know if it's
about.
that one. It's
Simon Schlupik or whatever his name is.
Silver.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where's
but I don't know if it's
Silver?
that
He should
one.
be. We should get that son of a gun down here.
Well,
Grill the shit out of him. Sorry for the swearing on the live stream. But I mean, we need Simon here. Like, what are you talking about, buddy? Like, it's who's gonna do who's like people are gonna start like have 198.182 like that fixture's this number, and then you're gonna like configure it. Like, there's people that do that. Like Ron does that. That's what he does. The host of the Lighting Controls podcast.
Right.
He goes around and he logs into people's lighting systems remotely. And I'm like, why are you doing that? It's like, yeah, we control it and we configure it.
But to the point that Peter made earlier, if you're going to add all this additional power consumption by putting in EVs, and Espen got involved in EV chargers as well, so we're in that business now. If you're going to add all this additional power to be consumed, it's got to come from somewhere. And if you can get a portion of it from reducing the load elsewhere in the building or surrounding buildings or in the neighborhood, it reduces the amount of new load you got to create wherever that's coming from.
I think that's called conservation demand management, CDM, right? Is that what they call that? It's like we're going to make new capacity by saving. But the problem is, like, we just keep using.
But that's not.
They always say that, but the electricity rates keep climbing. Like, we just keep using more and more energy.
But that's not an old concept. I mean, that's what started all the energy conservation from T12 to T8, and the rebates around the country years ago was to free up capacity so they could delay the day to build a new power plant.
It's like,
that's not new.
Yeah, but like those actually still have to build the power plants. Like the fact is that we don't stop. We use more and more electricity, not less and less.
And that's probably not going to change.
Yeah. Like, I want to see the graph. Forget about the lighting controls graph. I just want to see the graph that's like, how many more kilowatt hours a year does each one of us humans use every year since the dawn of the Industrial Revolution? It's like friggin' exponential how much energy we use flying around the world like a bunch of badasses.
Be interesting if
like
that was
we're like
available.
Greek gods, dude. We're like Apollo. I fly over to Australia in just one day. I'm like a god. Fly down here from Dallas. I'm here talking to you.
Then come
live.
down to Earth and visit with the rest of us.
And right now, we're just live all across the world. Everyone can see us in the little bits around the world.
There you
we
go.
Don't stop using electricity.
But
we just want to use more and more.
At the end of the day, and you were asking about Espen when this all started out.
Yeah.
That's where we live and breathe in energy conservation, helping people to achieve a reduction in their load by retrofitting existing consumption with energy saving options.
Yeah, I think you're aligned with a lot of NAILD members, I'll be honest with you.
We've been a member of NAILD for a long time. I've personally been involved in NAILD for many more years than I want to mention. One of the things that's exciting about this meeting is that this is the first time I'm seeing excitement and growth within the NAILD environment. For way too many years, it was a declining organization. Now it looks like it's on its way back, and I think it brings a huge value to lighting to have this organization grow and be productive.
You know what I think? I can't thank you enough for sponsoring NAILD. And there was a time we were in the dark ages, Greg.
Coming out now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I mean, I would say the two guys on that panel over there, Spencer and Corey, are really to thank for keeping this, and Matt Thiesing as well. I don't know where he's at. He was sitting right over there. So it was those three guys that saved NAILD at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
That's good. That's good.
Yep. Yeah,
absolutely.
So
here we are.
We made it.
All right.
We made it back. All right.
All right.
Well, thank you for listening. We thank Espen, of course, for sponsoring
Thank you for having us.
The first session. And yeah, we're going to sign out for now. Thanks for listening on the live stream, and all you out here. I'm starving. Are you hungry?
Oh yeah.
Me too. Okay. Bye for now.
Welcome to the home of Espen Technology. These are our corporate headquarters located in sunny Southern California. This is where it all started 12 years ago. Now, let's take a look inside to see where the magic happens. At Espen Technology, our mission is simple: to provide cutting-edge LED lighting solutions that are innovative, sustainable, and environmentally progressive. That mission would not be possible without our dedicated nationwide sales force, staff, and distribution centers. We aim to add value to all of our products and contribute to our customers' growth and success by offering complete LED lighting solutions for the industrial, commercial, and government sectors. Our products and services can be easily accessed directly from our website. Here, we focus on finding efficient solutions for your project needs, and we back our products with an industry-leading multi-year warranty to give you that extra peace of mind. This is what has made Espen a technology leader in the industry.